Hello, welcome to the Catholic Workshop. My name is Father Isaac,
And I'm Maria.
and today we're going to talk about friendship.
The reason why we're talking about friendship is because this weekend we were having a discussion. And was it a discussion?
It was a fight.
It was not a fight. It was not a fight. It was a discussion. And after that discussion, I asked Father, are we still friends?
Right, so after that, we decided to talk about friendship. What is the importance of friendships?
Finding company, not being in solitude, so we can improve ourselves through those interactions.
The most valuable thing about friendships is to for me is to be vulnerable, to be who I am, and just sharing, knowing that the other person will say something that will help me to be better, to be a better person, to grow. And I think that's at the core of authentic friendships is that I'm not in competition with one another, with the other. I want what's best for them, and there is no better way to want what's best for them or to grow than to have someone who can have some positive critique. We're always striving to have more authentic friends, to have better friendships. And I think that I think that I always struggle with, are they really my friends? Should I have better friends? But in the end, that's kind of selfish because what I should be thinking is, how am I as a friend? Am I a good friend? Do people want to be my friends? Maybe the reason I don't have true friends is because I'm a pretty crappy
You don't
friend.
have true friends?
I think I do.
Do you think you do? You're not even sure?
I do. I do have friends.
So this is our last episode. Okay, continue.
All right, and then how do you become then a good friend?
I think the most important thing, especially right now, is checking in with your friends, making sure they're okay through a text, through a phone call. So making sure that your friends are okay, being there.
Right, so maybe a way that we know someone is a true friend is that we have a desire to call, to talk, and we know that we're not bothering or imposing because we know that they are also looking forward for that phone call, for that conversation, to going out for this and for that. And what is it that you value more in friendships? What are the qualities that you look for?
One of the main qualities is honesty. Always, whatever conversation we're having.
Check.
Yes, check. Whatever conversation we're having, I expect the person to be honest and don't have their guard up because they know that regardless of our different point of views, I will be respectful of that, and I expect the same thing. If we have different perspectives, I expect them to be respectful.
One of the things that I value more is being authentic, being transparent, being who we are, so that we're not in a trying to show off one another or hiding certain things because of that, and not imposing ourselves on the other, our wills. But also because if we're friends, it means there's certain things that we have in common, and that things that have in common will outweigh the little things that we might not have in common.
Yes, and I think the things that we don't have in common are opportunities for learning.
Yes, yes.
Like if you value something that I don't, why is it that you value it? Am I looking at it from a different perspective? Can I learn something from you? Probably not, but
I think that's good. I think that having friends with their different interests maybe might provoke a desire to
learn more.
Learn more, know something else. Maybe I'm missing out because I don't know about it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and then of course, being humble, and maybe all those things we said is about humility, honest, honesty.
Mhm.
You really prize honesty.
Yeah. I can't be friends with someone who's dishonest.
Yeah, you can't even take a joke for
No,
example.
I can't.
Yeah, she doesn't like sarcasm.
He lies all the time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sarcasm. And so how did it? How was it that we became friends?
You wanted to become friends with Belmer and you started talking to me? I'm kidding. I don't know.
Okay,
I
I
know.
don't remember. I don't remember. Well, what I do remember was when I first came to Lemoore, and we met a couple times after mass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought my first opinion about you was, wow, this girl's really smart.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, because you were in your master's degree or getting a doctor's degree then, right? Something like that.
Yes.
And then I started to get close to your siblings because of the youth group.
Because you wanted to be my friend.
No, because we were in the youth group
Kidding.
and you. So I just thought, wow, this girl's really smart
And now you know otherwise.
Yeah. And so I think that was the first thing, and then of course I went away, right? And what were your first impressions of me, by the way?
I thought you were really kind, charming, still charming. Yeah, very kind, very approachable. And what made you different than other priests was that you were inviting to having conversations, inviting to having that extra 5 minutes to talk. Even though we didn't live here, I didn't live here, and we would cross paths whenever we were visiting the area.
Mhm.
You still made time to say hi or how we were doing.
Yeah, because I probably recognized you.
Yes.
And Elmer. Of course, at that time there were no kids yet. And then so I came back some years later, and then of course you were living here, and then I was probably talking with you at Elmer outside, and probably you invited me over for dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
And then.
And then you were hungry all the time, so we
Always
fed
hungry.
you.
So, that's for sure. I don't need to be hungry in order to eat. And I think that's how it kind of started. So
Yeah.
we just talk about different things we have in common, and also with your husband. And I think that's how our friendship began.
Yes.
Now,
And then I think it was the constant conversations that built trust.
Mhm.
And also reaching out if I had a question, a concern about anything, and you might have the knowledge to help guide me through it.
Friendships is something that we need, not just on a human level, but I think that more importantly, friendships or any type of relationship, but especially friendships on earth, helps us to prepare for that relationship with Christ, with God. So just as we become friends, there's a story of how we become friends, how do we maintain friendships. This same thing also applies to God.
I
Can you elaborate, please?
I think friendships make you a happier person. They provide support. So, in a sense, it is like the relationship with Jesus. When you find true friends, you find comfort. You find someone who will motivate you, someone who's always there. And that implies that that's a true friend.
It's like an art form to have authentic friendships, and that friendships, like any type of relationship, has its challenges. And if we learn a few little things, we will not just have colleagues or people that we are together with, but we'll have something that's worth more than just that day to day passing the time type of a deal. You can be a very good friend to this program by sharing our link with other people.
I was going to say, one of the things that I don't like about friendships is expectations.
What? Thank you very much for watching us today.
I'm sorry I ruined the ending.
Bye.